Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Welcome
everybody. Welcome.
to whatever the heck this is.
Whatever this is. See, us three, as you can see, Green Hulkster's right below us. How you doing, man?
Doing good.
We are starting a new series of, well, we don't really know what to call it yet. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Someday I'm going to get a competent host that I co-host.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right.
We are co-hosts.
Anybody need?
We are co-hosts, and your contract does not allow you to talk with other people or negotiate.
Don't you think I haven't had suitors?
This isn't the I know you have. This is not the NFL. This is not the non-exclusive franchise tag. All right. You're exclusive. If they want your services, they need to talk to me. Or your
God,
agent.
I can't wait to show you what's in my left hand.
What's in your left hand?
It's your Chris Claremont signature
Oh,
over the damage on that book.
Whoa.
That's a different show.
Hey.
Alan just became a hairdresser.
Yes, I did.
So we're here to talk about anything that's in the news of comic books, YouTube, what have you.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start. What's
Go
new
for
with me? Last weekend I had a con. It took me several days to recover. I've been extremely busy at work, so I've just been tired all the time, which is why we haven't recorded. But I started it. I got to go to a movie called Shazam 2 that weekend.
Did you enjoy it?
Well, you know what I did because and honestly, I kind of want to watch it again just to see if I like it as much without having friends with you.
Yeah.
I live in Kansas City. I don't have a ton of friends here, so I usually if I go to a movie, it's like with Marcus and his crew. But this time it was me, Marcus, Chris, Flo Dameron, and Poke and Joe. And it was freaking awesome because Joe was half in the bag. Marcus was fully in the bag. And I had just met Flo a few hours earlier and we were just having a good time, And then the movie plays and you can hear the little chatter between us. And it was fun.
Nice.
Did anybody else see Shazam 2?
No, I did not. I need to see Shazam 1.
Honestly, the only thing you need to see before it is like a Skittles commercial because it's basically the sequel to that. I was sitting through the movie and I was like, this is pretty good. I'm glad I'm with my friends. They're superheroes flying around and doing stuff. And then about an hour into it, it just broke out into a Skittles commercial. And I was like, now this is the kind of capitalism I fucking like. Enough of these just straight heroes.
Oh, God.
I want adventures that are also commercials.
Gotcha.
Like, let's do another Captain America, but this time he's selling mutual funds.
Mutual funds? Why not something else?
I don't know, because it helps strengthen America, Alan. You gotta tie into the character.
Oh, okay.
Like, everybody knows unicorns eat Skittles.
All right. So what
was the tie into Shazam 2?
So what would be the business for Dr. Doom?
Dr. Doom?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good. What would Dr. Doom sell? Maybe some sort of a solvent, like a chemical to clean your house.
No, actually, I think he would actually
Dr.
sell
Doom
hates.
Like Dr. Doom hates Mr. Fantastic and hard water stains.
Rust-Oleum.
Yeah.
Rust-Oleum.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to keep that armor and metal shiny.
Oh, hi. You just caught me polishing my faceplate. When I want that glossy sheen.
When I'm giving the Fantastic Four a trouble. So, did you all read about Jonathan Majors getting arrested?
You mean that he has been charged with a crime that he has not been convicted of yet?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
In this channel, you are innocent until proven guilty.
We're big fans of the Constitution. And
Yes.
getting rid of hard water stains, not a sponsor.
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty severe what the woman is saying he did. I mean, allegedly. I said saying. That's just alleging. Okay, it's pretty severe what she is alleging that he did.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like he should get a lawyer.
I'm pretty sure he has a lawyer, man.
Yeah.
And if we were a good show that had sponsors, maybe this is where you would have like a legal ad. But now we just don't.
No, we don't have sponsors. We don't need sponsors. What do we need sponsors for?
I don't know. I'm on this now. You've got me into commercialism, and I don't know. I feel like I'd have more art behind me if we got some sponsors.
More art, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
I mean, if you're arrested, you obviously did something. I mean,
really, because I feel like there's a lot of people that didn't do anything that have been arrested.
Point proven. But I mean, the charges are pretty out there. Strangulation.
I'm just saying, every night this week, and I don't know when this thing's coming out, but every night this week, I've heard each day that maybe the next day Donald Trump's going to be arrested, and I don't think he thinks he did anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just because you're arrested, and this is the thing that, and I grew up in a family full of lawyers, so I probably am skewed a certain way to this. But there's this misconception out there that, oh, he got arrested, he must have done something. No, that is not how the Constitution works. You get charged with a crime, you get processed, and if you're deemed not a threat to flee or whatever, you're released, or you're not a danger to society. You get released until your trial, and then you go to a trial, and a jury of your peers decides whether or not you did it.
So
that's the process.
Peers.
And until Jonathan Majors is convicted of a crime, I refuse to play into this shit because he didn't do anything yet. Or he's not been found guilty yet. He may have done something. I have no idea. I don't hang out with the guy. But I'm not going to judge somebody for a crime they haven't been convicted for.
5 minutes ago, this happened. She just recanted her allegations in writing.
Oh. Wow. So then he's not going to be convicted of anything.
Yeah. So he's good.
Well, I don't know if he's good, and I don't know if I want him dating any of the women in my life. Like, I don't know if I'd set my sister-in-law up with him, but I'm just saying he didn't get convicted. And for the last week, I've been watching everybody freaking blister the guy. Like, oh, well, Kang's done. Blah, 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 blah.
Usually when that happens, that's what you call a bandwagon. Everybody jumps on.
All I brought up was he got arrested. That's
and the worst part is he might lose income because of it, and he probably has already.
Yeah, he probably has.
He might get fired from his job.
That's how it works. Like, I mean, as soon as your name gets thrown through the mud, and then it's washed and clean again, they're still not going to take you. Like, it's already been done. The damage is
maybe
done.
not. I mean, I never heard that Marvel separated ways with him. I think they were waiting to see. So they probably have a lot of money invested in him.
Yeah. But it was the introduction of Kang. Yeah, they got it. Yeah.
I've got problems with that movie too.
Well, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, you guys haven't seen that movie?
No, man. The latest movie I've ever saw was what was it? I mean, the whole second Black Panther Wakanda thing that threw me for a loop, but I won't bring it up here.
Okay, Wakanda Forever is the last movie you saw?
That was before the last one. The last movie I saw was Black Adam.
Oh, you only saw the first Black Panther. You didn't even watch Wakanda Forever yet?
No, I've seen it. I've seen it. I just
Okay.
don't want to talk about it because it was just such. It
You
infuriated
didn't
me.
care for it.
It really ticked me off, man.
Okay.
It didn't tick me off.
None of the movies tick me off. I mean,
Nah. I mean,
I just don't get mad at movies.
Right? You get mad at the writers.
Oh, I mean, I made an entire group of people watch Romp last night, so clearly I'm built a different way.
you are built a different way, brother.
You
But,
probably watch movies like that all the time. Like,
I love it. Honestly, I had a group of friends that we would literally, the challenge was to find the worst movie you could bring to the group and make them all watch.
It's a bad movie, but it's also good at the same time. It's called Velocipaster.
Ooh, haven't seen it. Sounds great.
Sounds like Cocaine Bear. No.
So we even had this. We had all sorts of my OG comic book crew. So this group would have hung out actively from like 1999 to about 2009. And I mean, we're all still friends, but people drift apart, live in different cities. One of us is in Colorado Springs. I'm in Kansas City. We're all spread out over the country. But anyway, we would basically just sit around and read comic books and waste time. And we had like an imaginary wrestling federation called the IWF. It wasn't like The Hunt or anything on YouTube, but it was we just had our own characters, and I was like the Mick Foley of the IWF. I had like 19 characters. None of them were good. They were all jobbers.
They were all jobbers. Jabronis.
Well, except for Francois Shitnik. He won the brown belt. Yeah, Francois Shitnik, codename Field Bitch, won the brown belt quite a few times from Turd Fekelson.
Turd Fekelson?
Anyway, yeah. So this is but long story short, we had a theory that all shitty actors, like the actors that continually make shitty movies, all lived in a sub town made of boxes outside of Hollywood called Boxtown. And I started excelling at getting celebrities to sign 8x10s to Becker and the Boxtown crew. Like Mark Singer, the Beastmaster, he signed one of them.
You got to get Nicolas Cage. He's the mayor.
Oh, he's like the mayor of Boxtown at this point. I haven't thought about this stuff in a long time, but yeah, this is how we used to occupy our time, Boxtown. We had storylines. Sometimes it would bleed over into our obsession with pro wrestling. Like, who were the two actors? And see, it was so long ago, some of these actors have had resurgences. So we had this idea that Mickey Rourke and Tom Sizemore were going to be put into a cage match, and whoever won got credit for the other one's movies. And then somehow they were going to double star in Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man because they were both in that movie. So it would have led to like double royalty.
All right. So that movie was amazing.
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, you bet your ass it was amazing.
I love that movie.
It's a real piece of crap.
So what? It's awesome. It's epic.
Explain to me how the trench coats worked, the bulletproof trench coats. Remember Tom Sizemore's crew?
They're Kebwab.
It didn't matter. Like, that's not how bullets work. They don't just hit a jacket and drop to the ground. Like,
no, they actually penetrate.
Right? Wouldn't there still be force?
Penetrate and give you all kinds of bruises and everything if it doesn't go all the way through.
But you remember that scene where like they're shooting at them and the bullets are just trickling down their coats?
Like, what? That would only happen if you had like actual metal plates in there, I suppose, like really something
That'd be
solid.
really heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, not a lot of physics on the set of Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
No, I mean they jumped off a Las Vegas hotel roof into a pool and lived.
Well, yeah.
No,
How
man,
else was the
no.
movie supposed to keep going?
Yeah, like Lethal Weapon. What was it? Lethal Weapon 2? Lethal Weapon 3? They jump into a pool
I
from
think
high
it's
up.
fine if you relax your body.
I don't know. You probably get some bruising for sure, but if it's too high, you just like hitting concrete, I would imagine.
Yes.
No. There's at least 8 feet of water in some of those pools.
Well,
8 feet.
yeah, but I'm
Oh, that's
saying
deep.
it's deep, but I'm saying the impact from that height is like hitting.
I was kidding. It's not that deep. You're still gonna go through the water and hit hard.
Mm.
I don't know. But Ricky, oh man, it's just I don't know. Rourke really messed up his face after all the,
Drugs.
No, well, not the drugs. He actually did, plastic surgery.
Oh yeah, that was plastic surgery.
He had
Yeah.
plastic surgery.
Here he is, doing tattoos and the Expendables, and he's drooling over here. Like, are you serious? This guy's not even ready
Yeah, he's
to
a
be
weird
on
looking
film
looking
yet,
kid.
man. It's just bad.
But there was a time where I had a really hard time remembering. Was that movie Tom Sizemore or Mickey Rourke? Like they were just they were just both in this level of flushing their career down the toilet that they would show up in just some really terrible movies.
You know what I never
know-
watched was The Wrestler.
Yeah, the rest.
Now, see, that kind of launched Mickey's comeback.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
his comeback. Because he need to get a.
But see,
statement.
Boxtown existed way before The Wrestler.
But Sizemore, I mean, the only last good movie I saw him in was.
And he passed away, right?
I
think
don't
so.
know.
Recently.
Did he?
Recently passed away.
Oh, I'm gonna check this because I wasn't aware. I know the
I'm
last
sorry to
movie.
be the one to break it to you.
I mean, the last movie I saw him in was which was good. The Saving Private Ryan. That was the last movie I saw him in, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
He died March 3rd, 2023. All
Oh
right.
wow. Yeah, like you said, recently.
Yeah.
Crap.
So that was Boxtown. What else have I been up to? Well, I went to wrestling last Wednesday.
Yeah, you went to AEW, right?
So what is today? Sunday? So yes, 4 days ago I went to AEW. If you didn't know, they shoot. So when you go to an AEW show, you get your money's worth because you get an hour dark show called Dark Elevation that goes straight to YouTube. You get 2 hours of Dynamite, which is their live show. And then you get a 1 hour taping of Rampage. And then they throw in a match at the end that isn't on television of any sort.
One of my wrestlers I follow, Soraya Bevis, is that her name? Whatever. Paige from the WWE.
Yeah, Paige.
Paige is now Soraya, which is actually her real name in
Mhm.
AEW.
Yep, she's pretty awful.
She's pretty awful.
I don't. She does. I think Tony Khan has buyer's remorse at this point.
I mean,
they don't really know. The crowd didn't react to her like maybe they expected, and at first they did. But her gimmick was all wrong. Like, I don't think they anticipated the so when they first brought her in, they put her up against Britt Baker, who was probably the only talent they had that was at that Soraya or Paige level of for AEW fans. Britt was their girl, or is their girl, because she came up through that organization and she was far and away their best female wrestler. But she was also the top heel. So they brought Paige in as a baby face to war against Britt Baker. It was a bad idea, though, because the crowd flipped. And they said It because of it they had to turn Britt Baker babyface. The whole gimmick, Saraya came in and said, "This is my house. I'm putting you all on notice. I'm taking over," kind of stuff, which would work as a babyface if you're Hulk Hogan or something, but it doesn't work if the villain you're up against is more over with the crowd. And when they made the crowd picked Britt Baker. So it went bad, and then because of it, Paige had to, or Saraya turned one of their promising underneath baby faces who she was like looking out for. That lady had to turn heel, and now they've turned what's the parrot looking lady? Ruby Soho.
Yeah.
Ruby So-So.
Ruby something.
Yes, Ruby So-So is what Jim Cornette calls
I don't know anything about wrestling, man. My wrestling days are way
You don't
back.
watch wrestling anymore?
Well,
Not
do you
anymore.
know who Sting is?
Who?
Sting?
Oh yeah, who's an actor now? I don't know. Well, he's
he's
popped out.
still in. He's still
in the
doing it.
game.
He's still
Because I'll tell
doing
you
it,
what,
but
he had a match Wednesday night.
Yes, he did, and he won.
He
how
won,
old is he
and it
now?
was that
Old.
he's 64 years old. He turned
And he's
64
still
on
going at
Monday.
it,
He
man.
hasn't had a match in like a year.
That's
And
crazy.
he wanted to have a match right after his birthday.
Hmm.
So Wednesday night, I watched Sting lace him up, man, and do his thing.
That's crazy. I mean,
And he can still do it. The crowd was loving it. And I'll tell you what, he was taking bumps. And I know he wanted to be able to do that, to sell like he's, that he can still do it. But the crowd wasn't having it. When the bad guys knocked him down, you could hear it through the crowd. Like everybody was like, "No, this guy does not need to be taking hard falls."
That's because they're thinking they might witness the death of Sting if he gets hit the
And
wrong way.
I don't think he's in near as tore up shape as some other guys who have stayed too long, like Ric Flair, and have done it into too advanced of age. But
Ooh, you know that Ravishing Rick Rude, he actually blames Sting for his career ending.
Did he? The neck injury.
Because they had a match and they were outside, and they were outside the ring, and it was when it was a 2-level outside, like the ring was up on a platform. Well, he apparently Sting he flew from inside the ring out, and he wasn't supposed to, or he did it wrong or something. And it made Rude come down hard on his back, ended his career. He couldn't wrestle anymore.
He still went to WWE, and because that's where he died. And was part of Degeneration X. He was the guy that wore the suit and held the briefcase.
Yes.
But you're right. He didn't have any matches there.
So
my days of wrestling go all the way back to the New Warriors and Diesel before he turned into.
I mean, the Road Warriors. The New Warriors are the greatest comic book team of all time.
Road Warriors and those. I can't remember the names of those guys with the bottles. They would walk in there with their bottles in their hand and breaking bottles all over the place.
The Bushwhackers.
There you go. That's them. Yeah.
I mean, they walked like this.
A bunch of weirdos, man.
They were weirdos. They really, unfortunately, they were a crowd favorite, but they never did anything. I think they won the titles once.
Maybe, yeah.
They were just a distraction.
Pretty much.
But they were over. I mean, they drew money.
Did you guys see? So far, there's been 3 Punisher movies.
Well, let's see. Dolph Lundgren.
Fail.
Then you had the other guy, Thomas Jane.
Yeah,
Thomas.
And then you had
the sequel,
that angry guy, War Journal guy.
Yeah, fail.
And then you had John Bernthal on Netflix.
Bernthal, that wasn't a movie; it was a series.
Yeah, it was basically.
Well, I mean, Punisher Warzone with what is
that guy?
Ray Winstone, I think. Dude. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it because it was nice and gruesome and crazy, but that scene where Kevin Nash is being the
Russian.
Russian, and when
That's in the Thomas Jane one, though.
That's the Thomas Jane
is it
one.
Thomas
Yeah.
Jane? Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when
He
he gets
stabs
stabbed,
him and he just pulls it out and then pushes it in him.
yeah, but you guys don't realize that actually was not a prop. That was a real knife. Went into his collarbone. He didn't even flinch. Yeah.
Ooh.
Kevin Nash took a knife.
Yep.
So Nash, he was supposed to be at Planet Comic Con, and I was going to go meet him, and he canceled, unfortunately. But I understand he's got a lot of personal stuff going on. He lost his son this past year, and it's been really hard for him.
Ouch.
They were actually getting clean together, and his son had like detox seizures and passed away. Tristan, I believe, was his name.
It's Tristan. Yeah. Yep.
I would have really liked to meet Kevin Nash. He's somebody who's been doing a lot of podcast stuff lately, and he's an intelligent guy. He's insightful. I think he has a very good understanding of his place in wrestling, and not one of those guys that kind of builds himself up to be something he's not.
Yeah, he does.
He's lost a lot of people he cares about. He lost Scott Hall.
That was big.
It's too bad. I feel bad for the guy, and I hope he recovers.
Yeah, hopefully
survives it. You know, you never get over losing people.
No, you can't. You never get over that. You just gotta move forward and you accept it. But that's hard.
It is. We got deep there. I'm sorry.
We did get deep.
I didn't mean to bring the mood down, but
we didn't.
I do feel bad for the guy because whenever you're a fan of somebody, and I've been a fan of Kevin Nash for many years, and I've never actually got to talk to him at a con for whatever reason. I always miss him at his booth at shows we've both been at. And it just hasn't happened, and I was hoping it would happen this time because he's just somebody I respect a lot, and I care about him even though I don't know him.
Yeah, well, that's like me and Lou Ferrigno. I don't know him, but I care about him.
I have met Lou many times and have had many pictures with him. That's another OG comic crew thing. When we went to cons, our group got so big at one point we would have to book like 8 hotel rooms at our house.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a huge group of we would have caravans traveling to a con. And the deal was if you were new and you were joining the crew to a con and you had never met him before or you'd never been to a con, you had to get a picture with Lou Ferrigno or you weren't in the crew. You weren't allowed to eat with us. You weren't allowed.
You weren't allowed to eat with us.
Yeah, you couldn't be entertained.
You can't sit with us.
You gotta be in the Lou Ferrigno club. It was your initiation. And
what if he wasn't at the con?
I think if money was the issue, members of the crew would pay for your picture. I've personally paid for people to get their picture with Lou Ferrigno.
What if he wasn't at the con?
And we would do group photos with him too. I've had my picture taken with Lou Ferrigno at least 5 times.
What if he wasn't at the con?
He was always at the con.
Was he really?
And that was the joke, is that Lou Ferrigno was at every con we went to. So that's how it became, well, he's the guy. You're not real if you don't have a picture with Ferrigno. And this is how far back this goes. The original pictures were freaking Polaroids back in the day when they would have Polaroids at the talents tables and what we called Has-Been Alley. Yeah, I have a Polaroid of me and Ferrigno. I have a Polaroid of me and Iron Sheik.
Nice.
Sheiky baby.
Here's Beckerman with his name dropping.
Yeah. Margot Kidder, maybe. Yeah, I think Margot Kidder.
I just want to let everyone know that if you have been watching this entire show, watch us ramble on. We're sorry, and I want to thank you because we're almost at a half an hour now, or we just said we hit record and started talking. That's what we're gonna do.
This is the show.
Yeah,
this is what we're gonna do.
You know what? It's there's not going to be. We're just going to drop it. Like it's not scheduled. Nothing. We're just going to drop whenever.
Okay.
I like
I'm
it.
in.
What do you think,
Sorry,
Hulkster?
I dominated that
I mean,
one.
as long as it's on
Next
a
time, Green Hulkster.
day I'm available, because I work Monday through Friday. So
No. See, we'll know when it's dropping. They won't know when it's dropping.
Well, it's Sunday 3/26, so you can do the math from there, folks.
Yes. Thanks for spoiling it,
Yeah.
Beckerman.
That's what I'm here for.
You want me to? Man, you know what? I don't know. But
Do you
I
have
think
a picture with Lou Ferrigno?
no, I don't.
I can't talk to you.
Yes, you can, and you will.
That should be the new. Where I'm bringing it back.
I'm like,
No,
it's
you're not.
on my Instagram. So there it is. Just look at it.
But all right, folks, we're gonna get out of here and enjoy the rest of our Sunday. Thank you guys all for watching, and just wait until the next time where we're just gonna sit around and talk. But you know what? If there's something that you guys want us to discuss, throw it down in the comments, and we'll be happy to discuss it.
And maybe we'll come up with a name.
Eventually, right?
Nah, we're gonna stick with nothing.
How about the Hucklebuck Report?
No, you can't. We can't abuse the word the Hucklebuck title.
Oh yeah, because it's got such a storied history.
It does. We are
Yeah,
15 episodes strong.
means a lot. Oh, Alan.
Oh my.
I hope he ends this soon, folks.